is presented by EA Sports. It's the Nighthawks and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Nighthawks of Louisville taking on the Atlanta Falcons. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason, it's all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 7 yards there and a first down. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Now a second and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Throwing, Brissett. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school. And also did a nice job of limiting turnover. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throw left side, there's London. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Brissett. To the right side and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ritter now. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 3rd down, Robinson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Going for it on 4th down, it's Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Ready?
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
Ready.
Here's Ritter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And some strong running. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Ready, set.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Ritter's throw taken in by London. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Come on, set. Cut.
Ritter. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 19-yard line. Gives it to Algier to start things off. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
That one deep for London. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4. On 2nd, here's Algier. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Algier will try to pick it up. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Ritter off the play fake. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devin Duvernay. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Brissett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. 1st down, and they'll start with Algier. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Working from the gun, Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. Right at the 30. Ritter from the gun. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, here's Ritter. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Ritter will set up to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
Algier now up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football. And
Ritter has it knocked down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Brissett to throw on first. Short pass caught by Henry. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
a gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Brissett now. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Robinson with another carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
How about this? They'll try the option left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Back now here on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. As we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Brissett. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's Samuel caught left side. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. They're calling Walker skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. On the counter, this is Robinson. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Brissett. That's going to be caught downfield by McClure. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again. Brissett. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Turner. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer. And now 1st and goal. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This is 3rd and goal, Brissett. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything, forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
4th down, Brissett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They've had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's caught. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Trailing 10-3, 2:16 to play. Here's Brissett, needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Brissett. Finding Samuel. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Brissett's throw taken in by Samuel. This is 1st and 10. Now Brissett. And his throw here is incomplete. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Brissett.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they were going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the the score and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Brissett to Henry. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brissett to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And they will take a knee here. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down. Defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, the knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to